All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Yeshim, Yahweh Shai by Yeshim, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutation unto the hopeful elect. This is the brother Bakwasha, and I just want to cover a quick lesson, just talking about using the power and the spirit and the wisdom that Yahweh Shai has given us, okay, to supplant, the subtlety that that the devil is bringing, through the spirit. And some things are unavoidable. However, some things are learnable. And as the scripture talks about, when you're bitten by a serpent, that sting should remind you, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have been in this scenario, or maybe this wasn't the path that Yahweh Shai had wants me to walk, and the Lord will give correction, through scenarios. And obviously we're in hell and we're under the curses, so taking all of that into consideration, there's just some things that we have as far as our power and our gift, even our name, means to supplant. And so, but Esau, the so-called white man, his power is subtility. And so as he uses subtility through the spirit, let's use our power, which is the ability to supplant, in order to get ourselves out of the situations, agreeing with our adversary quickly. There's practical things that we can do to get ourselves out of that situation, and majority of them involve just not going down that path, and some things Yahweh Shai is using to purify us, and to try us. So there's going to be fiery trials. I'm not saying that we should not have fiery trials, but some of the things we allow, or we usher in subtlety to overtake us. And we're all learning and growing, but it's just, something that that came to mind, as brothers were, having discussions, about, just improving the overall body, and, brothers examining themselves. Well, one of the ways in which we can examine ourselves is by utilizing, the gifts and the power that Yahweh Shai has given us of wisdom, and the ability to supplant, to get ourselves out of situations, or to never even put ourselves in those situations unless Yahweh Shai deems or sees that scenario is meant for us to go through. You know what I mean? Job didn't have a chance to say whether or not he wanted to avoid that situation. It was something that Yahweh Shai brought as an example for us to know how to endure. But then ultimately Job's end was greater than the beginning. But I just used Job's scenario of sometimes it's not optional. Yahweh Shai doesn't give you an option to utilize your power. But in many situations, we kind of bring it upon ourselves, or this flesh, will have us think in a way that's converse against the spirit, And so it just reminded me of Floyd Mayweather and how he uses his defense. And as he uses defense, the reason why he's using defense is to use his defense as offense. And that's what the supplanting power of Yahweh Shai has given us, is the ability to use our defense to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, against Esau and his subtlety. So let's start here in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, and this would be quick, Lord will. Genesis 3 verse 1, it says, now the serpent, talking about Esau, the so-called white man, it says, was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh Shai had made. And really that's the point. You can get into everything else that the parable goes into, but the point is about the subtlety. Okay, so let's grab here the word here, subtile. Okay, and the word here is arum. Con. So it says subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, okay, crafty, prudent, okay, in a bad sense, all right? And that's what Esau brings to the table. You know, you having to get licenses, or you know, you miss a certain payment on your bill. You know, this fool system. You know, all of that is Esau using subtlety. You know, having your woman to go against you. You know, taxes. I mean, there's so many things that Esau uses as an offense or on the offense. Okay. And subtlety. He won't teach you about, you know, his wicked laws, but he'll tell you that you should know him. You know, he won't tell you about redlining, and then it'll be something that you think that, oh man, I just can't get a house, or I can't get a car. You know, Esau's whole system is, you know, him using craftiness and prudentness on the left hand side. Okay, so let's grab this. And this is just to prove a quick point. This is Genesis 27. Okay. And it says, let's start at 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, Esau being a so-called white man, okay, then and now, all right, it says, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. Verse 35, and he said, thy brother came with subtlety. So the same subtlety that Esau used in the garden against Eve, okay, that is a power, okay? But then likewise, we flipped it on him, you know, and our forefather Jacob used subtlety to gain the blessing from Esau. Okay, now obviously it was already written in the spirit, but the point is the same craftiness, the same prudence that was used on the left hand side now is being used on the right hand side. Okay, for righteousness, obviously, for the blessing. Let's see what this word here is. Subtility. See if it's the same. It says murma or ma. And I think Esau probably put this in here because it says deceitfully. But anyway, because it was righteous, man. And it is righteous. That's the reason why Esau is still so hurt. But anyway, let's get to the next point. The next point is using the power of supplanting, okay, to overtake the subtlety of Esau in the spirit, okay? So verse 36 says, and he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And so point being here is that was the power of overcoming the subtlety of Esau, was through supplanting. And so let's grab this word here, supplanting, you know, because that's what we do. I mean, it is what it is. Jake will find a way to Yahweh, both say supplanted, but Jake will find a way to win, and that's essentially what the spirit of supplanting is. He won the blessing, he won the birthright, okay, and I mean that's as straightforward as it can be. Okay, it says supplanter. Let's see if we get anything else. And so, I mean, there it is. Okay, supplanter. So everything that we do has a spirit of winning, because what are you supplanting? You're taking one out of the place, and you're having that, whatever that possession or that role or position is, and you're reclaiming it as yours with skill. So even looking over here at Mayweather, that's skill in order to avoid the direct blows, of Esau, although I know Canelo is, Jake. But avoiding the blows or the subtlety of Esau, and then also now countering by winning, which is now getting your advantage. Like in tennis, tennis is about advantage. When you have a couple of points above your competition, whereas here this is our adversary. Okay, he's always on the offense. We're always on the defense for the most part. But when we're on the defense, there's opportunities to get to get Esau off of his position. And you do that through wisdom. Okay? So I got one more scripture here. This is Proverbs in chapter 1. And let's just read down. Proverbs 1 and 2. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity, to give subtility to the simple. Okay? So that is what wisdom provides, subtility. Now let's grab this word here for subtility. See what word this is. Arma. Okay, arama. Shrewdness. Okay, let's see what the root word here is. Aram, subtlety, shrewdness. Okay, a strategy, craftiness. Okay, so it says to give subtlety to the simple, because without wisdom, we are a base creature like Esau, practically, But the wisdom of Yahweh Shemi Abishai gives us the power to overtake the wicked in those scenarios that Yahweh Shemi Abishai, is providing us the ability to utilize our faith, or to apply it, or to use wisdom and to apply it. In Jacob's trouble, we're going to be using, Lord will, wisdom. But at the same time, too, mercy of Yahweh Shemi Abishai will also be in the midst. So yeah, brothers, until we get out of here, learn how to maneuver and, have a better defense, against this world's snares and traps. Because that's what Esau's subtlety really is setting you up to fail. And whatever that manner may be, using something against you, so that's why we always talk about being circumspect. Okay, that's 360 degrees. You always on watch, not in a paranoid way, but just perceiving through the spirit. Like, okay, what's, it's kind of like almost like chess. You already know what's coming, and that's the reason why you can avoid it. You've seen this before, you see a pattern, and you see the pattern. That's when you use your defense as offense. Okay. So it says to give subtlety, Proverbs 1 and 4, to give subtlety to the simple, and to the young man knowledge and discretion. Okay, one more here. This is Colossians chapter 4 and 5. It says, walk in wisdom towards them that are without. Okay. And the wisdom we have is of Yahweh Shemi Abishai, man. Okay. Wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Shemi Abishai is our treasure. Okay. So that's the wisdom. While we're on defense, okay, we have to know when to strike. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Okay. And that's all that really is. So in these scenarios that we're going through, as far as, the straight gate, as you become more seasoned, become more experienced, this is where your wisdom, it now prevents you from doing the things that you've identified through the Spirit. Okay, when I did this is typically kind of the outcome. Okay, when I did this is kind of the outcome. And if you start seeing that over and over again, and that's not the outcome that you're looking for, and you keep getting, stung or getting bit, by the serpent, it's like, all right, well, hold on, let's reevaluate this. Maybe I'm not coming into it with the right spirit. I always encourage brothers to pray more. Okay? Because prayer will actually subdue, that voice that Esau has, kind of intertwined of consciousness that you will that you will do what he wants you to do because you're catering to the flesh, versus when you pray, you putting yourself in submission unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai and saying, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, these situations that have been coming up, seek counsel before every enterprise. Well, that's the counsel of the Lord. You got Akim, right? Okay. This is a defensed fortress, okay, through the Spirit. So yeah, this is a strong tower. You have other elder brothers and brothers that have had more seasoned experience in this fight, and they'll show you a couple of things that you might not have thought about through the Spirit, and help you to equip yourself, not to be here forever, okay, but to know how to endure. Okay, enduring ain't just having taking face shots. As far as boxing is concerned, it's like, I just gotta take it. Like, nah, brother. Okay, maneuver. Okay, become pliable. Okay, become what's the word that Jake likes to use? Finesse. Okay, you finesse the box. Okay, you can finesse Esau as well. Okay, he's an actor. Okay, right? He's a hypocrite, and we're not being hypocrites, but we're just using the power of supplanting in order to avoid, ultimate hell and tribulation. There's going to be a measure of hell that we're going to receive regardless, but don't double your portion of hell because you're not using wisdom. Okay, it says, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. Okay, because these Babylonians are through, man. It should be almost offensive to have these damn Babylonians, put you in a bind or a pickle when Yahweh Shem Yahushai has given us the spirit of supplanting them, man. These damn crackers ain't got shit. None of these heathens, man. We talk about them like they ain't shit. Well, prove it. And I'm not saying, go out there and start, shadow boxing or anything like that. But put yourself in a defensive position to where the enemy is just batting at the air or beat at the air. That's all he doing. He ain't even connecting no more. Like, man, Brian, I used to be able to get him. I used to be able to, get him with the sugar, get him with the bread, get him with, the music or whatever, right? I can't get him anymore, okay? And that is ultimately, the win, because we're using the power and the Spirit and really the faith that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has given us, okay, to endure until we are delivered. So, really, that's all I wanted to cover in the Spirit. Lord will, it was edifying. Once again, call Allah Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, and peace and salutation unto the hopeful elect. Until next time, Shalom.